Hi guys, so it's the beginning of the week, got another busy one down here at Madman. So this week I've actually started doing some custom clacks for the Raptors. It's something I've wanted to do for a little while now, wasn't quite sure how it was going to come out. But having done a couple now, I'm happy with the result. And yeah, it's something we're going to do pushing forward. So like this is like a normal warning tag. So what I've done is I've dipped it in the carbon first. I've then gone over with a transfer. Then I've gone over with the black, pulled the transfer off, so then it reveals the Madman Mechanics logo in the carbon, which is very subtle, but it gives a good look. So yeah, with these warning tags, you can have absolutely anything you like on there, your own logo, whatever you want, and we can make it happen for you. So these are a set of satin plastics I finished off yesterday, and with the custom tags on in the gloss, you can see they really make the panels pop. Alright guys, just doing a bit more work on the next big bang to leave the workshop. So just sorting out the loom and adapting the loom on bike, ready for the F1 light pack to go on. So this bike's pretty much near completed now. By the end of next week should be buttoned up on this one. Once we've done this LED light pack, it'll then be ready to go off and have the exhaust fabricated, and then when it comes back from there it'll have a few other little bits that got to be fabricated, like the gear selector, and then the plastics I showed you earlier with those custom tags, they're going onto this bike, and then it's bead locks, tyres, and that's it. The bike should be ready to go. Alright guys, so this R1 Big Bang's basically ready now, it's ready to go off the exhaust. The wheels that you saw me doing are all ready, so I'm just going to whip these old wheels off now and fit the new bead locks. Alright guys, so I'm just about to put these bead locks onto this R1 build. These are the bead locks that we supply at Madman. Obviously you can see we supply them with a carbon face. You can have any colour carbon or any colour face you want, it's entirely up to you. They're held on by like 12 bolts, again powder coated to any colour that you want. The tyres that we use, Gold Speed 10 inch, super grippy, nice tread on the front. So these tyres, they're speed rated, and these are the tyre and wheel setup that you need to be running when doing a Superquad build. So using this wheel coupled up with +2 A-arms will give you a lot more stability on the road and a lot more safer riding at high speeds. So yeah, this is a setup you want to go for. Right guys, so little weekly update at Madman. So as well as being very busy and got a R1 Big Bang near on completion this week, that's just got to have exhaust fabricated and then that'll be completed. We've also had this Raptor 700s come in. It had various little issues with the wiring. He had a headlight smashed off, so we've replaced his headlight for him. We've sorted all his wiring issues out now. He's got indicators, headlights and horn, didn't have that before. Also, to give it a good service, so it's had fresh oil put in, plugs, filter clean. So yeah, that one's all buttoned up, ready to go back. We've also got a buggy build going on in the garage. I'll be able to show you a bit more on that next week. As that goes a bit further along, I'll show you a bit about that. Alright guys, so with regards to the KTM build, obviously we've done the first start up now. Checked over everything seems to be okay, so all we've got to do now is we've got a little bit of fab work to do up here by the tank area, throttle body work, and yeah, just sort out what's going on with the tank up here, exhaust on, and then that's pretty much it. Plastics will be going on, it'll be ready for a road test. Okay guys, so with regards to the KTM build, obviously we've got the fuel cell in the back now under the seat, but we still need to run the original tank, obviously, to accept the plastics on the bike. So what we've done this afternoon, I've been working on this modification. So I've took an old tank, I've took all the bottom and a bit of the top out. So the idea now is if you come over to the bike, this tank will now sit over the top of the throttle bodies, like so. You just tuck that down. Sit over the top throttle bodies like that. We can have the filters in there. And then what I've done is, so this is the fuel tank cover that obviously is going to be going on the bike. Now, obviously because we're not using that tank, we haven't now got a filler cap. So what I've done is, if you come in here, I've made up a little part here, which is basically, it's drying now, but I've made up. So basically that's the top of a old fuel tank. I've took a piece, cut it all down, riveted on, bonded it to the underneath, and then made a bottom for it. So now what will happen is, this part here is going to go onto the underside of the fuel tank, and then he'll have, I've done an orange cover as well. And then the idea behind this is, so to the eye it will look like it's still got the original tank, but in fact we're going to have the BMW key. It's a place to hold the key. So the reason I come up with this little idea for this bike is, obviously it's a keyless bike, so the key has to be by the transponder for it to work. So once I've finished this little project and it's all in place, obviously the key will sit inside there with the lid on top,